with an example. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Consider, see, here you can, this is just an example for you to understand. You would have used Amazon, and in Amazon there will be a wish list, right? So wish list will be there, correct? For example, if you like any product, you can add it in the wish list and you can keep it. 1 minute. Yeah, you can add it in the wish list and you can keep it, right? So this is an entire theme. Consider that in Amazon there is no wish list, and now they're going to introduce the wish list for the first time. Okay, so this will be coming under the theme, and this theme they are going to divide into initiative, or I will tell this as an initiative. Okay, so this is an initiative. Just have to try to understand this as an initiative for an epic. As a customer, I want to be able to have wish lists so that I can come back to buy products later. So this is the overall the hierarchy here. It is mentioned it will be an overall theme. We can consider it as a theme, or sometimes they may be considering this as a initiative. Okay, so this is one initiative, and then they are going to divide this further. 1 minute. So initiative will be divided into future, right? This future is something like an optional thing. We can even divide into future, or directly we can divide into stories. Okay, some organization they used to divide the initiative or the epic into future, and then they will divide it into a story. But in few organizations, they will directly from the epic itself, they will divide into user stories. So here you can divide into two ways. One is, as a customer, I want to be able to save a product in my wish list so that I can view it again later. And then another requirement is, as a customer, I want to be able to view my wish list so that I can buy items from it. That means you can understand this item, right? So how different is this? This is only for view, but this is for purchasing the items. So there should be an option to purchase the item from the wish list. Okay. Now they are going to divide further. Here, what they are doing is put add to wish list button on each product page. That is the first thing they should do, right? So this is coming under, see, I'm just explaining you very clearly. This is an entire theme. Okay, this is an initiative, and this is an user story. This is a user story. This is a story. Okay, so this particular initiative or epic, they are dividing into two user stories, and this user story they are going to divide into task. So one task is they should put the add to wish list button on each product page is one task. Then create new DB to store wish list items. So in database and backend also they need to do changes, right? So for that also they need to have a story. They need to have a task. So on the whole, if these two, that means put add to wish list and create new DB is completed, then this entire story will be completed. In the same way, see, as a customer, I want to be able to view my wish list so that I can buy items from it, right? So for that, first what we need to do is you need to create a page to display the user's wish list, right? That you need to do, and then add view wish list link to home page. So you need to add that is a new link, you need to add it in the home page. So when you are doing these two things, then this particular user story will be completed, correct? So this is the task you need to do. So are you able to understand how the requirement is coming into organization? That means to the product owner. I told very clearly that to the product owner everything will be coming, right? So the product owner will be receiving this, and then along with the team, they will come up with user stories. So at last, the team is going to work on user stories only. That means the stories only they are going to work. Now, when it comes to the definition point of view, I want to explain what is a theme. So theme, as I mentioned, it is a high-level business goal. And mostly this is owned by business owners or program managers. See, these are not very Scrum roles, because Scrum we have only 3 roles. Here, this is a very high, next level. It's the portfolio level role. So business owners will be there. They are the one who is owning the business, or they may be the primary stakeholders. So this team, they will be the one who will tell that this is what I need. And then that will be further divided into epics, right? So epics are nothing but large level requirements or needs of the business. In other words, you can also tell epic is a big story. Combination of many stories is an epic. I'm telling the vice versa here. You can understand here, right? See, many epics, one epic. Here we are dividing into many stories. Vice versa means many stories are combined to form an epic. Correct? The same. And then this epic is owned by the product owner. This is a very important point. Who is owning the epic? Epic will be owned by the product owner. And then, as I mentioned earlier, when it comes to time frame, multiple sprints may be taken to complete one epic, but at the max they can take 1 quarter. So an epic should be in such a way that planned in such a way that it can be completed within 1 quarter. Do you know like what is in 1 quarter? 1 quarter means it's almost 3 months, right? So 3 months. Yeah, 3 months equal to 1 quarter. You used to tell like Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, right? So within 3 months, you should be able to complete.
Apart from product owner, no other can own the epic, right?
Yeah. See, product owner is the one like who need to come up with epics. Okay. And then an important point is this epic should answer one important point. Why? Why we need this epic? Because see, the customers or that means the stakeholders are given in the form of a theme only they will be giving, okay, to the product owner. And here, the product owner is the one who should decide, okay, these are the epics like we can plan, and they should also mention the business need, why we need this epic, because then only it will be transparent to the team that why we are building this particular. Correct? Else the team may not be very clear. So why? It should always answer why we need this. And then I'm just giving an example here. See, there is a standard way of writing these epics and user stories. I will explain you clearly. But right now, you just have a read here. As a registered user, I should be able to buy clothes using various payment options. If you carefully look, you will see that this talks about registration. Yeah, see, what is this talking about? See, this is the epic. Okay, as a registered user, I should be able to buy clothes using various payment options. So here, they're talking about 3 things. One is registration, because as a registered user, right? Registration. Then they're talking about payment options, and one is buying. Buying. So here, this one epic, what they will be doing is, the product owner need to take a call whether this can be completed within 1 quarter or not. 1 quarter means approximately it is 6 sprints. The reason why I'm telling is, see, one sprint, we are following a 2-week sprint, right? So 1 month equal to 2 sprints. So on the whole, if you're taking like 3 months equal to 1 quarter means it is 6 sprints, right? So within 6 sprints, whether we will be able to complete this or not. Else, what the product owner should do is, he or she should further divide this epic into another epic. So the epic should be able to complete within 1 quarter. Okay. And then what they are mentioning is epics can span across releases. See, when it comes to release planning, I will explain this. For now, you just have this understanding. An example for an epic. And then futures. Now, I told this futures, when it comes to some organization, they may not use future. Okay. But few product owners, they used to divide this epics into different future. So precisely what the futures will define is the needs of the customer. They will see this epic is going to explain like what the business is expecting, but this future will even more precisely tell what the customer is expecting. Okay, let us see an example here. You can see here we saw an epic, right? As a registered user, I should be able to buy clothes using various payment options, but they didn't mention what is the payment options, right? So even the futures, this feature will be even more precise, and it will tell user registration, payment via credit cards and payment via PayPal is the one which they are expecting.
Okay.
You are able to understand, right? Why they are dividing the epic into future, because this will give more clarity. And then further, this epic, this future, they will divide into user stories.